Hi there, welcome to my channel. So today I have a pick a card reading. Well, it's pick a deck reading. So first we have the Soul Tarot with this fluorite crystal. And then for the middle one we have the Crystal Magic Tarot with this shungite heart. And then for the third one, we have the Flower Child Tarot with the tiger's eye point. So you can go ahead and pick a pile, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, pile one. So if you chose the Soul Tarot in this fluorite crystal, this will be your reading. So for this reading, I have got some oracle cards that I'm going to lay out, and then we will get into your tarot. So first off, we have, oh, these are upside down. We have Pisces. We have Peaceful Warrior, Potency. For your Moonology card, you got Confidence is your key to success, New Moon in Leo. We have Wonder. Spiritual discovery is a love affair with life. And then we have the Mystic. I'm just going to hold on to this crystal to get a better read. It seems as if you're very, it's like you're a mystic warrior. And you're very sensitive to the world around you. And your spiritual journey has not been easy. You've had a lot of ups and downs, but I feel like you're at some kind of pinnacle right now. For this new moon, it's almost as if your manifestations need you to be confident. Confident in what you're trying to create. And to have a sense of wonder with your creations. I'm going to read this card. We have potency twice. So it says for the Mystic, creativity, magic, dreamer, alignment, potency, awe, flow, harmony, deep connection, inner world, nectar, overspilling, unique medicine, satisfaction, unrestrained, wild, free, intimacy, purpose, and unique expression. It is an acknowledgement of your sacred purpose and encouragement to go even deeper. So whatever you're doing on your spiritual journey, I feel as though you'll be like a mystic healer, some kind of, I feel like it's some kind of healer, like shaman or even Reiki healer. I'm getting these ancient vibes from this pile. I feel as though you've been destined for this path. And Spirit wants you to love your spiritual journey. Maybe not necessarily love every aspect of it, but be in love with the wonder in the world. Go back into that childlike mentality of seeing the world through fresh eyes. We have the Hermit. Let's put you here. So you may be in some kind of like internal awakening. It's like the wake-up call. But you feel as though there's so much mystery. And here's the moon twice, so the new moon might be significant. You may have some kind of spiritual, transformation that happens over this new moon. I feel like you're going to get some clarity. And some new inspiration around this new moon. What's on the top? It's kind of like you're almost going to be is this for real? Is this really happening to me? Because I definitely feel this feeling of apprehension and like stalling. But I really feel like this is what you're meant to move towards. If you've noticed, these are all major arcana cards. So this is like a big transformation that is happening. It's definitely in your spiritual world, or it's something to do with your dreams. There may be like a universal secret that is exposed to you. And Spirit wants you to believe in this wonder that's exposed to you. This is going to help you be very self-sufficient in life. It's going to give you a new spark. You could have had a very I'm picking up this feeling of apathy, or like you're looking at all of the things that you have and not seeing blessings, you're seeing inconveniences. Or you're struggling with some kind of addiction or a self-sabotaging behavior that's making you apathetic towards your physical world. But the spiritual aspect in your world is like popping off, is the best word. The best way I can explain that. Something with your emotions has to change when it comes to how you view how generous the world is to you, or the universe. We get the world card, then I'll know. But there's definitely the sense of needing to be grateful in a world that is built in the systems that we have in place on Earth, that is built to inhibit successful manifestations because of the matrix that we live in. This channel is coming in choppy, so that could be what's drawing the power kind of away from you. Is there's not enough flow. And these manifestations, not manifestations. What are you trying to say, Spirit? It's like the energy in your field, your aura or your sacred energy, your ki, is not stable enough to contain or to hold the space needed for these manifestations to come through. You could be in a toxic friendship or relationship that stops the flow of energy and the success that you're looking for. What is this? There's too many, either too many options or too much chaos in your home, in your sanctuary, and that's making clarity not come in about the situation because there's too much going on. It's like you're fighting all the time to be emotionally aware of the situation. I feel like there's some learning that needs to be. But then we have the 10 of Pentacles beside the 9 of Pentacles here. there's going to be a progression in your physical world that will, like I said, there's 4 major arcana cards at the beginning. So there's some kind of progression from independence into like all over abundance. And I feel like it's going to happen very quickly. Let's get some guidance from the This Might Help deck. It's an Oracle Tarot deck. With some guidance for my pile ones. We have the Shackles, which I'm pretty sure is the Devil card. Twice here. So there's something that is happening in your physical world that needs to be looked at. Whether it be a behavior, way of thinking, substances, sabotage, self-sabotage. And then we have the shadow in the window. Okay. I think you have a toxic friend, and they're weighing heavily on you. This friendship is something that causes a lot of struggle in your evolution, because they are constantly in the middle of what you should be celebrating. But then their negativity comes in and you end up having to combat those negative energies. We have the Shackles. Yeah, what holds you back? Unhealthy behaviors and addiction. And then we have the shadow in the window. And that one is like someone's watching you. There's another feeling of these addictions are keeping you from being able to see what you're meant to be celebrating. And it creates this like blockage that you can't get through. Alright. Well, Padawan, that was your reading. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Hi, Patu. If you chose the Crystal Magic Tarot and the Shungite Heart, this will be your reading. So I've chosen some cards, some oracle cards, to get a better feel about this reading. So we're going to start off by doing this. We've got Progressions, Journey. We have Seer, Prophecy. We have New Moon in Gemini, Communication is Key. We have Boundaries. Everything transforms when borders are crossed. And Chamber of Power. So I feel like you're getting very good at setting boundaries. You're tapping into your power. You are learning to communicate in better ways, and you're seeing these progressions happen in real time. I definitely feel the Gemini energy in this reading. I'm going to read from this book about this card just so that I can get a better feel of what's happening here. The Chamber of Power is an invitation to cultivate your inner strength, confidence, and trust in yourself. To believe that you have the right to be here, occupy your life, and to invite your sacred soul to come all the way in. Yes, you are here for a reason. Your body is a sacred vehicle. Choose to occupy and cultivate your sacred power. You are born with it, and it's yours to own. Within you, you have everything you need to do whatever you're called to do. You hold the keys to your inner power. There's nothing you need to be other than you already are. So often we learn to dim our light or water down our power in order to accommodate others to fit in. But you didn't come here to fit in. No person did, no matter what your body is yours and what gifts you possess. No person is more worthy of power than you. And you are no more worthy of power than any other. Power isn't a finite resource. We can stand tall together. For too long we've learned to turn against each other, to compete, to shrink or conquer others. We put others on a pedestal or attempt to stand higher than them in order to own our own strength and inner gifts. You hold the keys to your inner power, and you can open the door deep within you right now. If you were feeling empowered, what would you say or do? I am feeling that message of power very strongly. It's almost like your throat chakra is being activated, and maybe even your third eye chakra, in being able to push the limits of what you're able to do when it comes to your power, and empower yourself in healthy ways. And you're making progress for sure. Something about health is getting better as well. Whoa. So first off, we have the 5 of Cups. So you may be grieving a relationship or making a hard decision when it comes to a relationship. And it may have to do with why you're setting so many boundaries. And there may be a need to, There's something here about like sabotage or secrets or lies, and it may have to do with this King of Swords. An air sign. It may be causing you a lot of grief emotionally. And I feel like your friends, let's see. Your friends are trying to balance the situation, so you may be in a toxic relationship right now. I think I've said that. That's causing you to make a pretty serious decision when it comes to your health and well-being. I want to know more about this King of Swords. Who is this King of Swords to these people? That came out like really strongly. This person feels as though they don't want you to make any plans to move on from them, to find stability and generosity anywhere else. They want you to be stuck in this cycle. How do they progress? How do they progress? How did they progress? So, with these cards, I'm getting the vibe that friends are going to be a very strong stability point for you. They're going to make you confident in yourself enough, empowered enough to make the necessary changes. There's the health card. And then we have the Four of Swords. So it's like they want you to build. And then we have the Star. They want you to heal. They want you to feel whole again. We have the Empress underneath, or in between here. They want you to get back to your natural state of beauty and rest and digest and in your natural state. Right now you're being pulled into a toxic, something that's going to end very either abruptly or it's going to hurt a lot. And it's funny, I have black kyanite right here. But I feel like you're going to overpower that sense of harsh either bitterness or this feeling of loss, and that transformation will come from a new perspective. Holding on to this will probably make you feel like holding on to this relationship will make you worse off than if you let go of something or let go of this. It's very karmic what is happening right now, and you may have to go through some kind of legal situation, and it may cause you a lot of anxiety. But I see that this is something that will complete, that you are at the end of this cycle, that you are not at the beginning of something crazy, you're just ending something in your journey that caused you a lot of mental strife. But you're moving into stability. Okay, now I'm gonna get you some advice. This is the This Might Help Oracle Tarot deck. It's Oracle and a Tarot tarot deck because it's an oracle deck because it doesn't have the tarot numbers or anything on it, but it has the meanings are all the tarot meanings. So what advice, that's too much advice. What advice was pile 2? We got this for the first pile too. So it has to do with addictions, behaviors that aren't healthy, and other things like that that shackle you to a state of mind or a way of thinking. The ram here is the emperor. This is the devil. So there may need to be some kind of structure. And then we have the snake. Can't remember what the snake is. But then we have fertile earth. So, yeah, let me just look at the book here. So we have shackles. Don't mind my husband, he's sneezing in the background. So this is what holds you back. It has to do with extremes and things that keep you out of alignment with your values. And then we have the ram. And it says power domesticated. So it's about harnessing the power that you hold. And then this is the Wheel of Fortune. So it's almost like this feeling of rebellion against authority, and this feeling of destiny calling you, but there's a need to go slow even with that harnessing your power. I feel like you will meet so many people along your journey that will help you in so many ways. But you have to be cautious of how far you push the boundaries on whether and what your power ignites. There's definitely going to be a lot of personal growth. And you have everything that you need to do what you need to do. There's just going to be a lot of being patient and accepting what you cannot change. And again, going slow and reaping the bounty once you've harnessed your power in the right ways. And shungite is a crystal that bounces negative energy off of it. It actually like mutes negative energy. If you put shungite on your phone, like on the back of your phone, it stops the emission of negative wavelengths that come out of your phone. So having it like helps with electromagnetic fields and stuff like that. So I feel like this has to do with like harnessing the energy around you or blocking out anything that doesn't need to be in your energy field. I'm getting a lot of like black crystals or negativity dispelling crystals or absorbing crystals. Okay, that was your reading. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Hi there, and if you chose the Flower Child Tarot and the Tiger's Eye point, this will be your reading. So let's just put this here so I can point some energy into the camera. Okay, so I have pulled some cards just to get a feel of the energy before we get into your tarot. I'm feeling very sad with this energy, or just sluggish. So Tiger's Eye may help with your energy. It may help push some positive energetic energies into your body. Energetic energies. Basically, a Tiger's Eye is helpful with your solar plexus, which is your sense of power, it helps with digestion. It helps with a couple of different things. You can look those properties up anywhere online, or if you have crystal books, that's helpful as well. Solar plexus may be something that you want to look into, solar plexus healing. But let's get into the cards. So first we have Midhaven, Pinnacle, number 36. We have Sacred Space, Support. We have You Are Good Enough, Full Moon in Virgo. Aww. We have Harmony. The less personally in a situation is approached, the more harmonious it becomes. And Chamber of Inspiration. So I feel like there may have been a situation where someone made you not feel good enough. And it may have been something to do with your work or what you're here to do. And I want to read this inspiration card, this Chamber of Inspiration, because it might give me a little more information on what this means. This is the card of divine inspiration and creativity. Your ideas are divinely guided, and you're being encouraged to follow these sparks of inspiration from within. There are creations. My goodness, there might be creators that are pushing you in a direction that you don't want to be in, or they've told you that you aren't going to make it in a direction, in an idea that you've wanted to put out into the world. There are creations that are beckoning to be born. Co-create with life and bring them into form. What is inspiring you right now? How can you follow that inspirational trail? We are creative beings living in a creative world. Life itself is creative, and it's creating every moment of every day. And because you're part of life, you're always creating too. Many people believe that they're not creative, but to be alive is to be creative. To create is to put things together for something new to be born. A moment earlier, that creation didn't exist, and then all of a sudden the dream is realized. What an amazing thing creativity is. This card can be confirmation to tend to those seeds of inspiration you've been aware of. It could indicate an exciting new creative project or a period of wonderful creative expression. You might be a little tentative. Because my throat chakra it feels very tentative. Tend to the seeds that are inspiration that are budding and blooming within you. The soul longs to create. The moment you feel stuck, trapped, or captive, you cut yourself off from spirit and creativity. When you feel free and allow yourself time and space to play, and for your inner child to roam free, inspiration will bubble up within. What inspiration have you had recently? What ideas have been beckoning you forth? This card is encouraging you to trust your inspiration and your imagination, to act on the inspiration. Your creations are inviting you to bring them into form. This could be that you're scared to do or create something, even though you're supported by spirit. It may have been a past experience that has made you feel like you aren't good enough when it comes to whatever you want to create. But I feel like once you get going, you're going to have a lot of success. I feel like you're going to be very fulfilled by this, and there's people that are going to be very generous to you along the way. Yeah, like we have the success card here, the 6 of Wands. I feel as though there's a big emphasis on harmony here. And to trust that what you've worked so hard for, you have the strength to be successful in this field. Or maybe not the strength, but the gumption, shall I say, to and then we have Justice. And the Lovers. And then the 10 of Cups. I feel like this is going to bring you so much joy, so much happiness. If you were thinking of creating something, even if it's something that you've put off for so long, I feel as though cleansing will help, especially around the full moon. Because whatever you're meant to create is like the pinnacle. It is the top piece of your life. Like, you're going to end up feeling so on top of the world. But you're also going to be clear of mind. Working with your sacral chakra as well as your solar plexus chakra, I feel like there's a need to boost self-esteem here. I'm going to get some advice cards here now. We have the Hapa, which is the 4 of Wands. This is an Oracle tarot deck, so it's not necessarily a tarot deck. It is in the meanings that are written in the book, but you can use it as an oracle deck as well. We have the flowering field. And then we have, oh, the shadow in the window. And the Ouroboros on the bottom. Let's look at the book here. So we have the Hapa, which is suit of fire. So you have a sense of community, that you have a community, not a sense of a community. You have a community that senses your arrival, that is ready to welcome you with open arms and take you in, because you are about to build a community that you feel loved and cherished in, or you're going to be welcomed into a community that is going to have open arms to you. This one says that you are never alone, and that there's others traveling with you, and that these people see you. They see you. They will see the part of you, and these people have come into your life from other lifetimes. You're going to have a safe space, a sacred space, when these people come in to just create and be part of a energetic, balanced state where you can just push out all these creations that are going to be well received in the world. We are all made up of energy, and this energy cannot be destroyed. So this sense of needing a home, you will get your home. You just need to be brave enough to go out and seek for it. You are good enough, and it is all in you, as long as you harmonize your energy. Thank you for watching. This will be your reading. I will see you on the next one.